You know that Donald Trump was asked the other day about all those things that was flying up in the sky, mostly up in New Jersey and all. And he said that was very interesting. That those things was very interesting. Is what he said, and that the previous administration should have told us what those were. He said that was interesting, bigly interesting, interesting like nobody's ever seen interesting before, And then he just hollered over at some woman and he said, Sherry, hey, look into that. Let's find out what they were, So he did say that, but I ain't heard nothing from him since, y'all. I ain't heard a thing about it. Like he forgot or something like that. I bet you somebody's going to remind him at some point, though. Let's see what he says. But then, he did also say that he's going to declassify the JFK files and the RFK files and even the MLK files. All the K files. He's going to declassify all of them. Now, I don't know what we're going to find out in there that we hadn't already kind of speculated, over the last 60 years or so. I mean, it's been kind of, been kind of talked about a whole lot, and it's most of the people involved there ain't even around anymore. It's just kind of old news in a way. I mean, it'd be interesting to find out what's really in them, but I don't think it's going to be anything earth-shattering for anybody who's around today, nothing really that, crazy that we hadn't already kind of figured out, but you know what I was thinking, what would be real cool though? To declassify some stuff, to release some files on something that's, closer to the present day here, like that Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Bring that out there, Trump. That'd be a good idea. I think everybody would appreciate that. If you just brought that out into the public for us all to see, who was involved and all that. See that Megyn Kelly said over a year ago that the FBI, they've got the videos and the pictures, and they've even got apparently testimony from Epstein himself about what he did. So I say declassify that, because there ain't no reason for it to be classified anyway. Ain't no reason for it to be classified. So everybody focuses on what happened on that island all the time. There was a whole lot more to it than just that island. He had a mansion in New York. That's where him and, his buddy, T-Rump, hung out at all the time, That's where they hung out all the time. And he had a whole room full of surveillance equipment there. They surveilled every room in the house with audio and video. They sure did. That's what they were doing there. See, and I bet you that's where old P. Diddy got his ideas to do it from, because he started doing that too in the late 90s there. After Trump was hanging out with Epstein all the time with all that equipment and stuff. And then when Trump started hanging out at the Diddy parties and stuff, that's when Diddy started doing it, So maybe that's where he got his idea for his operations. I don't know. I'm just speculating. You know what I mean? But anyway, I think that'd be real interesting. Don't you, Trump supporters? Don't you think that'd be interesting to go ahead and open all those files up? Ain't no reason why Trump shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Ain't no reason at all why he shouldn't do that, I thought it was all about draining the swamp, and that's a good way to drain the swamp, because anybody that's involved in that, I don't care if they were all Democrats, they should be held accountable for it. Don't you agree there, Trump supporters? I bet you do. I bet you do agree. So y'all need to start going ahead and calling out to Trump and saying, hey man, since you're in the mood to be declassifying and stuff, let's see what's all involved with the Epstein stuff, y'all. I think that's a real good idea. Y'all work on that, all right? Inmate Trump.